Patrick, how you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you so much. How's the media thing going? You enjoying it?
I mean, I'm having a blast. Other than the fact that, some guys, in the media might have their facts wrong, like you mentioned, former.
So, like, for example?
Yeah, for example. That's my problem with the media, that, some people don't have all the facts. But I'm happy to be on you guys' show, man. I'm excited.
Okay, I got it. No, I'm sorry. So it was just a slip of the tongue. I mean, you're not under contract right now, right? You're a free agent.
I know, but the slip of the tongue can be a valuable thing in the media. That's why you have to watch the tongue.
That is true. It is true. It was unintentional. Believe me. Anyways,
it's okay.
Is Portnoy taking care of you?
Yeah. Dave is great. Barstool is great. I've been having a blast. Being able, to be in the NBA and do a podcast is a ton of work, but I like it. I enjoy it a lot. My guests have been great, and I'm able to, connect and dive into deeper topics that I wouldn't know I'll be able to dive into. So I'm blessed, man. I'm fortunate.
Okay, Patrick Beverley again joining us from Barstool Sports. All right, we're just talking about Kristaps Porzingis in this series. Do you think the Celtics need him to win this series?
I mean, when you're chasing something that big, you want to have everybody. If me, you, and a group of 5 went out for war right now, you would want everybody. You wouldn't want anyone to come short. So I've always been a fan of to win a championship, you need everyone. So the answer to that is yes.
Patrick, look, you have a reputation of being hard-nosed, no-nonsense. So let me ask you this point blank. Do the Celtics have a reputation of being soft?
Not soft. Soft is a soft-ass word, so I'm not going to use soft. But do people kind of look at them and be like, they haven't been challenged this year? Yes. But that comes with everything. You still can't take anything away from them. Have they beat some banged up teams? Yes. Is it their fault? No. Have they been the most dominant team in the NBA? Yes. So you can't use soft because of the domination throughout the season and postseason.
How about play style? So when you've gone against them, do you think that they don't respond well to the rough stuff, or a team that is more physical? They've had trouble with the Heat over the years, for example, and they have a very tough play style. Do you think that that's a play style that gets to those guys?
What you can say that about? I don't know. You can say that about every team in the NBA up to this point, but they're the team in the NBA championship right now. I think adding Drew Holiday gives them a different presence when playing them and looking at them. He can guard the best of them. He's won it before. He's been there before. Everyone in the NBA knows he's an elite defender. So I think Drew Holiday gives them a better edge than they have before.
When you're out there, how do you defend Kyrie Irving, or how would you ideally defend Kyrie Irving?
Oh man, I like to force Kyrie. I like to force him left, and show a bunch of help. But when you got Luka Doncic out there right next to him, it's kind of hard. So I kind of show him early bodies. Maybe switch everything, make him go get layups. Maybe try to send everything to the rim. Depend on my rim protection. Depend on my defensive rebounding. But that's easy to say, right? That's easy to say. He's just a different monster. He's so incredible with the ball. He's so skilled. So I don't think one person can stop him. I think it's a team effort.
So given your praise for Holiday, who would you use him on? Would you use him on Doncic, or would you use him on Kyrie?
I think you kind of spread it out throughout everyone, right? I think sometimes you put him on Kyrie, sometimes you put him on Doncic. Sometimes you make him, you put him on a guy who can't shoot as well, and you make him that weak side defender. Maybe you put him on, one of the bigs, and you switch it down the line. I know that's when we played them with the Bucks. That's what they did. They put Drew on Giannis, and they just switched it down the line. So when you have a defender like Drew, I don't think it's that good to just limit him. I think you just use that defensive presence. You kind of sprinkle that around the entire roster.
Patrick Beverley again joining us from the Pat Bev podcast on Barstool Sports. Who's the best player in this series, Patrick?
The best player in the series. It depends on it depends on what you call your best player. Like your best player and my best player are probably are two different players.
Who's your best player?
My best players are the guys like the Derrick Jones of the series, the P.J. Washingtons of the series, the Gaffords and the Liveleys. You know, so in the reverse on Boston, it'll be I don't know the Drew Holidays of the series, the Derek Whites of the series, the guys that they don't get 28, 20. 25, 26 shots, but they do a little bit of everything. They impact the here. They make shots when they need to here. They take charges. It's the best player in each series is different. But if I was to take one, I'll take Luka Doncic and I'll take Jaylen Brown.
Okay, so you think Jaylen Brown's better than Jason Tatum?
Right now, I don't think he's better than him. I think this. I don't know if it's due to matchups of this playoff series. He was just the Eastern Conference MVP, so you have to give it to him.
So that whole thing about best play, in the NBA, we've been talking about this. Best player usually wins. Feels like it's that kind of league. You don't believe that?
The best player usually wins. There's so many good players that the NBA makes it easy for you to shine spotlight on whoever the best player is on that team at the time, right? So last year, best players between MVP races between Embiid and Jokic. At the end of the year, Jokic is the best player. So you can have that narrative, especially for a team that's winning. It's kind of tough to give that narrative to a player if their team isn't winning. But I agree with that. The best player and best team always wins.
Patrick, when you I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but when you rattled off the list of players you like, they all have a similar profile. They're all tough. I mean, they all play like you do. So is it fair to say you would rather have a guy who's tough than a guy who's talented?
I think it's a mixture of both, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the good old-fashioned Big Mama cookout, but in order to make the Kool-Aid, you need a little bit of water, you need a little bit of Kool-Aid packaging, and you need a little bit of sugar. Too much water, it takes awful. Too much sugar package, it takes too sweet, and if it's too much just the sugar powder, it takes too bitter. So I think as a team, you need a mixture of everything. You need a little mixture of skill. You need a little mixture of physicality. You need a little mixture of softness and finesse. I think it helps blend for a good batch. You like that analogy I use?
Yeah, so given how you play, you're a tough veteran, always played aggressive defense. If, just from a stylistic standpoint, personality standpoint of the superstars of both teams, which team would you personally like to be on if you were in this finals?
Which team would I personally like to be on if I was in that finals?
What do you think which are you a better fit on for how you play?
Oh, me, I fit in with anyone. So that's every NBA team in the NBA. That's a tough question. I like the Milwaukee Bucks. I like where we were. We came up short, not healthy. So that's my answer.
Well, so you got to give me a minute on that. I'm from Milwaukee, so this is just my own personal thing. Do you think it can work there with Giannis and Lillard? Because it didn't look right for much of the year, Patrick. And so do you think?
But I was under it. I seen it every day. It could have worked. It was just, we made the lineup change. We put them in the starting lineup. It kind of, helped Giannis and Dame, gave them a little bit more, scoring options and, stuff like that. So it worked. It's just health kind of caught us at the end. But it worked. It definitely worked.
Is Lillard okay in Milwaukee? Does he like it well enough there?
Yeah, he loves it. It's a vibe. You guys got to come to Milwaukee.
No, well, I'm from there. I know. It's not for everybody. I wonder if it's just not for him.
Oh no! And listen, and me. I'm from Chicago, and I've been fortunate to play for a lot of big cities. Me coming to Milwaukee was, I'm like I didn't know what to expect, but when I got there, man, it was great. The fans are great. The organization is great. So yeah, man, y'all ever down there? I know it might be tough, but you guys ever down there, man? Let's go grab some cheese.
Have you talked about coming back? Last Bucks question. Have you talked to them about coming back?
Talk to me.
Say again.
I said, what's the question? I'm sorry.
Have you talked to the Bucks about coming back?
Obviously, yeah. I came there, wanted to win a championship, and that's the overall goal. We came up short, due to health. But I also came there for Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, first trade he made when he was a coach to come and get me. Look, we're in the playoffs. We're the first team to ever win a game without, our two main guys, your top two scorers. First team ever in NBA history. So the potential is there, So, yeah, of course. We'd love to come back there.
Okay, Patrick, who do you like in this series and why? Celtics, Mavs.
I believe it's going to be a one-on-one isolation series. I think it's going to be hard to kind of be in defensive coverages and schemes. I like Dallas, but I like Drew Holiday a lot. So I'm gonna go. And mind you, when I give you this answer, my answer changes every day.
Felt like it just changed in the last 10 seconds.
Okay, so today is Boston. Tomorrow it might be Boston. Next day it might be Dallas. But right now, at this moment, it's Boston.
Patrick, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Hey, no. I want to tell you guys one more thing before you guys
go ahead.
Go. Your show, your ability to be honest and loyal behind you guys' answer. I think the world needs more of that. I think media needs more of that. You guys don't agree with what everyone agrees with. You guys always state your opinion, always honest, and as a listener, I always appreciate that, and I hope your listeners do also.
Thank you, Patrick. It's very nice of you. Appreciate it.
I didn't know you listened. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but make sure y'all subscribe to my mother effing pod.
yeah, I feel like we were buttered up there. Thank you, Patrick. We appreciate it.
No problem. Good luck, brother.
Okay,
Take it easy.
See you later.
Nice guy.
I love him.
Yeah, still didn't say anything.
No, he really didn't.
And people know to come on our show and just not say anything.
He did a nice job navigating that, didn't he?
He sure did.
But if they didn't have Drew Holiday, he'd be a good fit, like in that role. I think.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I loved him. I hope the Bucks bring him back. There's a few things we had going for us.
He did get dropped in the early part, right?
Oh yeah, when he was just effing with me.
Yeah. That was great. If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.